Okay. So, everyone, welcome to another AMA session. In here we have the team from the Anthem token. They're gonna be presenting the project. So, guys, you want to tell us about your background and how you guys got involved into the crypto space?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Quinn Anthony, lead developer on ATEM. I've been working on games and creating games and coding for quite some time now. Uh, when Also am in the music industry um, as an artist and a manager, tour manager for bands, and that's where I met Lucas. Once we met together, he had some ideas that would change the whole industry of entertainment. Um, I felt like I had some skills that could help uh, change or help make those ideas come to light. And then we started to work on ATEM. ATEM became such a big project that we decided like this is something that is or should be presented to the crypto space as well, because this falls in line with everything that investors are wanting.
That's really amazing. Is there any other person that will love to introduce themselves as well? Before we go ahead with the project,
Yeah,
maybe.
hey, my name's Lucas. My name is Lucas Joyner. And yeah, we've this is our first crypto project. For ATEM wasn't really born to be a crypto project, so it was kind of we decided to go down this lane to let more of the community get involved um and try to help build from the ground up. ATEM is definitely a long term thing. So it's kind of a you got to think about in a Google or Spotify, overview. So, but the crypto stuff's been interesting, learning a lot, and definitely definitely wouldn't have changed it for anything. Just in this space, a lot of people are looking for a quick 2x or whatever so they can get out, and that's not what we're about. We're long term. We're here for a long time, so hopefully everybody can wrap their minds around what Quinn's developing and everything is not an easy task. He's doing amazing things, and most projects don't even have content release, let alone what we've already developed. So I think just holding firm, staying patient, and staying involved will help ATEM build. So
Oh, that's really amazing. I mean, it's really good to hear backgrounds of people presenting the project. Why it's important is because in here we might have investors, who might just be here to invest on certain project. But we also have to put in mind that in the future as well, they might decide to have their own project, and one of the best way they can do that is learning from people who have been there and stuff like that. And, I mean, that's why it's always good. I make sure to ask about the background and how you guys got involved, and it's pretty really amazing. So yeah, I would like to go on. I think you mentioned something earlier that this is the first crypto project you guys have come up with, and I know how hard it is to work on a project, especially if it's your first project. I mean, the problems you're gonna be facing and stuff like that. So I'd like to know how you guys have been able to sustain this project in the long run. I mean, even if it's just your first project, or have you guys been able to work in it with any other project, even if it's not yours before?
Yeah, yeah, Lucas. So your question, if I'm correct, is how have we been able to sustain? So
Yeah, have you
with the
guys?
team,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, with the team that we have, I believe that it's a team that is very unique, unlike um, unlike a lot of other teams that are out there, or in my personal experience, I can say unlike other people that I've ever met. And the reason why is because each person that is on the core team works like very hard, And when I say very hard, I'm saying like there's an idea that comes and it is just an idea. When that idea is presented, it's less than 24 hours before that idea is in real life, before that idea comes to fruition. So I've never been able to work with people who work at that speed just like myself. And I feel like that is a strong advantage. And that's something that's been able to keep us afloat, and able to present the things that we have been presenting.
And we
That's
also, you know, we also
yeah,
have the right people in the right spaces that are working for, you know, the longevity of Atom. You know, Quinn puts in, you know, a full-time job on it, even to assure the dev and everything is right. You know, Atlas does too. I do too. And you know, prior to any BSC stuff, you know, we were funding it out of our pocket, and we were going to move it, you know, move it where we needed to out of our own pocket. So it's yeah, it's here for the long term. We have a lot more dev stuff already sorted out, that we just can't, you know, we're not near completion on, so we're not going to release even a snippet of it. But there's a lot of things that are in the kitty, they say, for, you know, releasing. So we're pretty far ahead of what we're actually showing you guys. Just you know, just gotta hold it back, hold, be patient a little bit, and let us get a few things taken care of, and you'll be seeing some interesting stuff come to fruition. There's a cool, this week we're finishing covering some of the music stuff. We had announcing today another couple music things, and then next week we're going into gaming. So there will be a cool announcement next week for Adam that will help everybody involved.
that's pretty amazing, and I love the fact that you guys are being transparent and being honest in regards to that. So yeah, let's go ahead with the ATEM token. How did you guys come up with this idea, you know, and stuff like that? We'd love to know how you guys came up with the idea and how does it work?
Yeah, totally. So the idea of Atom. Well, if you didn't know, Atom is actually meta spelled backwards. It stands for Artist Plus Entertainment Metaverse. Now, again, we all actually come from the entertainment industry, specifically the music industry. Myself, for specifically music industry, but Lucas is in all forms of entertainment industry. And again, when I was on a tour with the band that I was managing, I ran into Lucas, and we started talking about ideas to change the whole space. In our continuous talks, Adam was birthed out of that, because we had some different ideas that didn't exist in the entertainment industry, and we wanted to implement them in the newest technology that was available. Lucas has so many ideas, and I'm sure he could speak on more of them, but that's pretty much how it's driven. He's like ideas, and then we just make them happen, and then Adam is born.
That's really amazing. Yeah, I also love to know if you guys are the first to come up with this idea, or because the truth is we can't deny the fact that there are a lot of competition out there, and for I am as an investor to get involved in a project, I want to weigh both projects together to see which one is going to be beneficiary. Is it going to be the Anthem token or the other one? So we'd like to know what makes Atom different and what makes it really unique.
I mean, the utilities that we're designing make it really unique. I mean, there's no, I believe there's not a lot of competition for what we're about to do. It might look like there's competition, but when you break down the fundamentals of what Atom is going to be and how far down it's going to be able to help people, there's no comparison. I mean, these dudes don't. they don't have the experience that Quinn and Crack and I do of like being on the ground floor of um, music and movies and everything. And I've seen so many places that need help, that need fixing, and that we can fix with Adam. So there's a big difference between, you know, I have 20 years plus of helping independent artists, and whether they be uh, big independent artists or small independent artists, doing offering them services. I have 20 years of knowledge and on how being a booking agent works, how being a manager works, how being a record executive works, distribution executive. I mean everything. So there's we have a lot of life experience that these dudes, competitors, would have a hard time going to even hire 10 people to know the amount of uh, knowledge that I have in the spaces that are lacking. So it's we're definitely going to be ahead of a lot of people as long as we keep the ball rolling, and we keep the ball rolling. Like Quinn said, every 24 hours goes by, there's something coming. So it's we're definitely on top of it and creating our own lane, for all these dudes to kind of follow and adhere to. Hopefully, what Adam will be is the next blueprint for what all these other people have to do.
That's really great. So I really wanted you to break it down, and we should did. The reason for that is, I mean, don't get me wrong. The truth is, like I said, we have a lot of competition, and these investors here will have to see every reasons why they want to choose Anthem, right? They want to see every reason why they should involve their bags on the project. And I actually love the fact where you said the utilities are really what makes it really, really unique. Right. I mean, it's not just about you coming up on, I mean, you wake up in the morning and you say, well, I mean, I'm going to create a project, and, and let me just see how it goes and make a couple of money. There are a lot of things you want to put in place to know that, you know what, I have to work so hard for me to get people so convinced about this project. I have to work my ass up there, and and stuff like that. So I really love the fact you guys have a great utility based on the project. So let's keep going with Anthem. So in regards to the project, how can we benefit from Anthem? Is it because it has a utility, or is it staking platform or stuff like that? How can we earn from Anthem? We'd love to know that as well.
Yeah, there's a staking platform with three different tiers, that you can check out at app.adamcoin.io. It's our own staking platform. You also we have 10% of Atom Games going back into buybacks of the LP. So that'll be, um, you know, a good way for you guys to earn and create higher, your tokens will value that way. We also have 2.5% of everything that comes into Atom Music distribution wise, doing the same exact thing, going into buybacks. Um, that's, when you have a music distribution company and you're aggregating, 10,000 songs. Uh, there's a there's an average on songs somewhere. I mean, that average is probably, somewhere in 35 cent range per song. So you're talking, 3, 4, 5 thousand dollars a month, just from that one aspect of 2.5% royalty clip going back into the LP. So those are two ways. There's fan engagement rewards, and so like play to earn inside of the alpha version, which Quinn is working on. Those play to earns will be either in fan engagement buttons inside of celebrity and artists environments, or there'll be engagement buttons inside of a blend of, a store or a home or whatever you guys purchase and what you build out. So there's donation inside of it, everything. So there's multiple probably five to 10 different ways for the tokens to up in value without really even the day trading going on.
That's really amazing. Kampachi, I forgot to mention earlier, Kampachi is my co-host. Kampachi, do you have any other thing you may want to add before we move on?
Well, it looks pretty interesting to me. Basically, my questions will be relating to the stuff that you have planned in the future. So I don't know if it's a correct time to get into this. But I'm be looking at the chart right now. And the launch was on 22nd May, right?
Yeah, man.
It's pretty good. What was the initial market cap? If you can just give it to our audience here.
400.
All right. And then relating to this stuff that you have planned, as you can see on the website, the gallery that you are going to provide, the collaborations you're going to do, that will be the gallery that's going to be just for the collabs for now, right? Or it's open to all the music ambassadors that, not ambassadors, all the music artists that want to use it.
Yeah, once the alpha version comes out, the network version, yeah, it'll be open to everybody.
So you approached all these people that are on the website. How did you approach these guys, if you don't mind me asking? Did you offer them a partnership, or are their future better prospects for the future, or were you offering them BNB or USDT or your tokens or something like that?
Everybody that's on the website is a client of mine or somebody that I'm partnered with in business, so I didn't have to offer them anything. They support me in what I do, so it's they were on board from the minute I even mentioned it. So there was no having to pay them, no having to do anything. They know I'm trying to push the boundaries of music and everything that's going on, so they're just on board to go, man. Yeah, none of those people are paid influencers. None of them are. None of them have to be approached. They're all close friends or business partners.
Good man. So that for now, I'll just hold myself over this and let Caleb continue with the questions for now. And when it comes to the games and aspects, I'll just come back into the scenario. It's all right, Caleb? It's all right, Caleb?
All right, no worries about it. Thanks for the question. So let's proceed with getting the community involved on the project. I mean, that's actually one of the most amazing part when it comes to projects, right? Because I mean, you might have a great idea, you might have the best knowledge on creating your project, you might have enough funds for the project, but if you don't get community involved, if they are not supportive of the project, right, it's more like you trying to build a house without no one living in them, right? So I would just like to know how you guys have been able to get the community involved in the project, and how have they been supportive?
Yeah, Jess has been Jess, Dutchy, Ralph, all of them. They've been doing a real good job of getting this Telegram community on board. Right now, I'm working on building. I do marketing for. I have a marketing company. I do marketing for film, TV, a bunch of stuff. So right now, I'm building on our outside Telegram footprint. But right now, my main focus was kind of get this platform dialed in to where it was doing what it needed to do, and then kind of moving outside of it. Sorry, I spaced there for a minute on what your question was.
Yeah, I was I mean, you've been able to touch a little bit on that, but I was asking how you guys have been able to get the community involved on the project. Um because I mean, I've seen a couple of projects out there. I mean, they go on having AMAs, but you looking at the community itself, you won't see an engagement, right? You won't see how people get so I know so happy about the project, and stuff. Those are the kind of things I, as an investor, look out for before I get involved in a project. I'd love to see if the community are supportive of the project. I would love to see if there's a lot of engagement happening on the project, if people are talking so much about the project, right? Because those are the kind of things we want to be aware of, because we have a lot of scam projects out there. And so community engagement is one of the most important thing I believe a project should work on. So that's why I was asking if or how have you guys been able to get them involved and have them be supportive on the project?
Yeah. Hey, man, I think a lot of even what you see, you said there's a lot of scams out there. I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit for you. I think even I've been on this Telegram space for too long now, looking at a lot of these projects and dealing with ours and everything. And I think a lot of the community engagement and the hype and everything you see are these these you know Jeep kind of fellas that they come that everybody's pumped to get that 2x or 3x. That's all they want. They want that overnight. They want to get out. So that's where you see that hype, because they're wanting this token to launch. They want it to launch. They want it to launch so bad so they can just cheat, do some things, cheat, get their people in there to offer services, cheat it to get to a market cap, and then instantly get the fuck out and dump. And that's, that is, I think that's why you see a lot of hype on a lot of these channels, because I'm gonna tell you, there's probably few to none that you invest in and go back to a few weeks later and that chat's still on fire and those people are still super hyped on it. I just don't, I don't believe that this space is that kind of community. We have some very, very solid relationships in here with people that are going to hold forever. So, and I know that because I know a couple of these guys in here, and they're going to keep going and with me, and keep digging, keep dragging the project. So, I mean, it's I know there's things that people want to see, want us to do, what they're giving ideas, believe me, they're all coming. We're not, I do this for a living, maybe not in the crypto space, but I'm very well aware of social media marketing and marketing in general and building brands. I have built 4 successful brands under my name. Atom's going to be another one. We just have to do it on our terms. As I want to listen to the community, get the feedback, everybody be on deck, but also, we need to look at specifics and say, okay, these are, I'm a numbers guy. Like, I see something move. Okay, why did that move? So if things seem a little slower right now, I'm assessing what's actually, affecting everything.
Yeah. And another way that we get the community involved is that we have on our Telegram, we put out a whole bunch of competitions with the content that's out. So if you haven't noticed, we have lots of content that's already out. As Lucas aforementioned, we have an Oculus studio that you can go into. We have an Atom white paper experience, which is our white paper digitized. And we run competitions through there where people can earn either real Atom coin, merch, or other prizes. We also have another game that's about to drop. It's called Rona Run, which is another chance for the community to, before the network version of Atom comes out, it's a chance for them to play some Atom games and get rewards from their Atom games. So we were thinking of a lot of ways to involve the community in all that we do. And while we have them waiting for the networked version of Atom, we thought that we would release little parts of to keep them satisfied in games and competitions.
Yeah, that's really well said. And I just want to touch more on what you mentioned earlier about community being hyped. Yeah, I mean, at some point, I mean, we can't deny the fact at some point we all need that. I mean, those who always want to X will always want, no matter how much you want your project to be this serious, whereby a lot of people will have to hold and get a couple of, I mean, amount of money on the project, in a good amount of money, and the truth is you always get to see Jade involved on the project. But I think the best way, I think when I was mentioning community engagement was, for example, you didn't mention the part where you said playing games. That alone shows them that you guys are still here. But another way, I feel like it's important that you can get the community involved. I've seen that you guys have been doing that because I myself have witnessed that a couple of times when I came to the VC. You guys were having this discussion on the VC about the projects, about the future plans and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is one of the way you can get them involved is why not just bring them on a VC, on your own platform. Educate these people, tell them the reason why they have to hold, tell them the reason why Anthem is here to stay. Tell them that no matter how much if you want to have a future, why not just hold for a long term and see the result? Why are you looking for a two quick X and get involved on a new project and maybe at the end of the day you're being worked and stuff like that. So a great AMS session in your own platform is one of the way you can get them involved. Education is really the key, and especially when you involve the new base investors who really don't have much experience, on how they can even sell token. I think they are the ones that can even hold the token for a longer term, because if you educate these people, right, they will be there to host on the project for a long term. In my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And we're trying to educate. We're bringing in more informative videos, that break down every aspect of Atom a lot further. So that way um, that'll help kind of explain what we're doing and how to earn, a little bit better. I think we, unfortunately, Quinn, myself, and Crack understand it too much. So I think we kind of, over 10 steps, we kind of overstepped a few steps that would have helped explain a lot better. So we're backing up right now, and we're going to kind of spend a few days with Crack making very informative videos to kind of cover, every aspect of it, to where that way it's we can get those questions out of the way. You guys can understand how the buyback royalties work, how that's going to affect everything and so on.
Yeah, that's really cool because I've seen projects that a lot of investors have been suffering, and it's actually a great boost for a project. Like say for example, I had an AMA on two different channels, right? And I was able to, like what you guys are doing right now. You were able to talk about the project, and a lot of people had a lot of, have listening ear to listen to the project to know what you guys are all about. But you have to remember that you're not the only one coming on this platform to present your project. So why not bring these people to your platform and try to get them some beer, try to get them some drinks, and tell them why you guys, why they have to choose you guys, and stuff like that. Because I've seen projects whereby they just have an AMA on this channel, on the other channel, and at the end of the day, the next thing they have to upload is the pre-sale link. How would people get involved in what they don't really have more knowledge about? You didn't even bring them down and tell them why they have to invest. Because you had an AMA, you feel like, well, you've done it all, and stuff like that. So and I noticed something from you guys. There was a day I hopped into the VC, and I actually felt at home because you guys were really, really, interacting with everyone. You guys were trying to see who's talking and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I was being able to win a hoodie, even if I haven't gotten it yet. But I think my lady will have to get into that for after the AMA or something like that. But yeah, you guys really have to keep on doing the great work. And the result might not be here, but trust me, there are a couple of people maybe after the service they'll be like, hey Queen, hey this, that was really, really an awesome presentation. And why some won't really say it, right? They will just keep it inside, and they'll be like, wow, this is really an amazing platform. There's no platform where you go and the people are being so transparent, and stuff like that. So I really love what you guys are doing, and you guys should keep on doing the good work. Kimpachi, if you want to mention anything about the game, please, the mic is yours.
While you're doing this, I would say since it's coming to gaming, I just noticed two things. First of all, if you don't mind me saying that, the engagement on Twitter is on bit on the low side. So I know we are on Telegram, but the wind has changed a bit, right? I guess you guys know about that as well. That engagement on Telegram isn't giving so much yield as it used to do times ago. I've seen that you have done bigger AMAs with the bigger channels as well, Whalecoin Talk, etc. But I know that you must have felt it as well that even the crowd that these channels used to pull out 3 months, 4 months back is no more there. Twitter seems to be the new thing for every token. And when it comes to gaming, it goes back to Discord. And I saw that long ago, I think 25th or 26th, somebody asked if you guys have Discord or not. And you said it's not ready yet. So is it ready now? Is the Discord for the community working now?
Yeah, there's Dutchy and them set up a Discord. Actually, we have an AMA inside of Discord next week.
Because see, I'm a full-time gamer. I was 5 minutes late to this AMA because I was in a game. It didn't just finish on time, so I was a bit late. But that is how it should be. And coming back to the gaming and the tokenomics there, I see all your guys are doing. Since even it's in the future, you guys are still working full time on this. It seems because I'm seeing like at least weekly update on the games is coming out and all that. Even the bug fixes are happening. So for the bug fixes to work, have you hired people for that, or you're just doing internal testing?
Did you say for the bug fixes?
Bugs. To fix a bug, you need to find the bug. So to do all the testing, you need you have been testing it yourself, or it's community is doing the testing, or you have hired people for that.
We have members of our community that are dedicated. We haven't even asked them to be testers. They actually asked us to be the testers, but more so they just go through every single ounce of each update, and they give me notes. This is voluntarily, never asked for this. Is just what they do because they enjoy walking around through the environment.
And I see the something like name your price. That is what we used to see in the thing Humble Bundle, right? Humble Bundle used to be doing this, that give whatever you price want to pay, just pay it and take the game. So that is a pretty good initiative. Do you mind giving an insight on how the game is going to evolve in future? I was not able to buy it yet. Probably I'll buy it in an hour or so. So if you can give an insight on the game mechanics.
Yeah, totally. So what you're seeing right now on itch.io is ATEM, the white paper experience. So instead of making a boring white paper for people to read, which, you know, I think lots of people do like to read still, but I think going to the future and thinking about younger generations, instead of reading, they like to experience. And we're aiming this at all people and all people's entertainment and artistry. But we thought about making that white paper that was words also into an experience. So that's what you're seeing is the white paper experience. And what that serves is like a tutorial, if you will, for ATEM. It tells you just a little bit about how things will work. It explains some of the game mechanics, such as in order to buy a shop, you need to, you know, have a shop owner's badge, which means you have to do things. There's all sorts of Easter eggs in there. There's different examples of how we're going to bring artistry to the forefront, such as like playing games in the arcade. We think of game development as art. Going to the NFT museum and purchasing NFTs or the NFT art store. Purchasing digital assets for furniture. Lots of these different things coming together. Speaking to celebrities or engaging with their likenesses, all of these aspects coming together in one. That's the white paper. Now, to answer your second part of your question, how is that going to advance in the networked version of ATEM? Well, the white paper is only 1.5 streets. And it's a very, very small zoomed in portion of ATEM. It's very dense, however. We wanted to show that the networked version will be about 20 to 30 times, I would suppose, if you look at landmass, larger than the white paper. And it's just dense in every single part. So it will be the white paper, but hyped up with more game mechanics, such as working NFTs that allow you to see different parts of the game and experience different experiences. These NFTs, some of them will be in the versions of Mask, which you can change out. So if you wanted to be an artist and go through ATEM and go experience all the artistry services that are there, like maybe you want to market your project, or maybe you want to go get some booking, well, you'd have the NFT mask that allows you to see those things, and it unlocks those things to you. And there's lots of different experiences like that we have unlocked through those masks. Also, buying and selling land and customizing it, that's a really cool feature, because you're going to see things from the community that we didn't necessarily think of. It's stuff that the community implemented on their own, groups and parties and such. And let's say a little bit. I can't speak too long, because I'll speak for an hour about it if you let me, but I don't want to take up all your time.
Just confirming. So it's sort of a sandbox game, right? Because if the community is able to edit and mold things, then it tends towards being a sandbox. Am I right?
I would say lightly. You know what? Because I wouldn't say that it would be a sandbox game, because it has sandbox elements, yes, but it is not a sandbox game where the whole goal is not to build up just things, because some of the things that you're building, we all want it to stay in line with the way that ATEM is presented. So it's not necessarily a sandbox game, but it does have sandbox elements, yes.
One last question for myself. Just something, since you mentioned in the starting introductory speech as well, how the metaverse is going to function for you and for the other things. Just confirming, what do you think metaverse actually is, or what is your vision of metaverse? Do you think it is multiple metaverses, or it is a single one compiling everything? And how do you think the things going to interact? I just feel this question is very important from how the team is approaching the stuff, right? Please, if you can reply.
Great question. Metaverse. This is a very hype term, right? In our community, in our day and age, metaverse is everywhere. You hear that all the time. However, it is not a new term. It's not new to gaming at all. These metaverses have been around for a long time in gaming, they've previously been called nexuses. A nexus, a digital space where people can engage with others and bring or interact in the digital and make real things happen in real life. So there's lots of examples of it. One huge example that people overlook, and they don't tend to call it a metaverse, but Grand Theft Auto Online is a metaverse. It's a place where you can go and you can experience real life in a digital world. Now, with the implementation of Web3 and blockchain, the metaverse has evolved. And what we are doing at ATEM is we're taking advantage of the newest technology and mixing it with the concept of metaverse. PlayStation Home is another metaverse that was really, really, really underrated in my opinion, because they have lots of different lands you can go and hang with people. They had live events and concerts. Fortnite is also a metaverse. With these things happening, we just plan on making a really focused metaverse that allows more than what's been available to happen by pushing the technology. We just want to push the limits of all the technology that we have at our hands, honestly. So we're using Unreal Engine 5. We're using some of the newest protocols that are out there, some of the newest SDKs that are compatible with Unreal Engine to make an experience that doesn't exist yet.
You say that you are going to build the metaverse. That sort of implies that you believe the metaverses are different aspects. It's not part of one, right?
Pardon me? It's different aspects of... Sorry?
Different metaverses. I mean, it's not a single entity. It's a plural. That there is not a single metaverse. There are multiple metaverses, and you are building one of them. It's not you are building a part of the metaverse. Yeah.
Exactly. So metaverses, there's a million gazillion, there's more metaverses. Or eventually, if you look at humanity, there will be more metaverses than stars, right? As we continue to go forward in humanity. Everything will have a metaverse. Nike's going to have a metaverse for their shoes. You could walk around in their store and order their shoes, right? I don't think that there will ever be one singular entity that's the metaverse, just like there's no one singular entity that is a internet website, right? You have billions of internet websites that all do different things and allow you to experience those products in different ways through their website. Web3 is just it is the internet evolved. So implementing metaverses inside of it is taking your website and your experience, how you want people to experience your product, whatever you're presenting, and it is presenting that in the digital space with the technology that's available, also while allowing people to earn based off of their interest in your product.
Out of answers everything that I need to know, and thank you for answering that. Thank you. It's pretty good. Thank you, Caleb. If you want to continue with something, please.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for that as well, Kimpachi. I actually love the fact you brought up the idea in regards to metaverse. Because in generations to come, a metaverse will always continue to be outstanding. And because I think I met a project owner like a few months ago, and he was like he doesn't think metaverse is gonna last long on the space, but I told him that metaverse is here to stay on the long run, right? Because you see a couple of projects coming around and trying to create something new in regards to the metaverse, and you see people get so interested in it because we have a lot of gamers. There are a lot of people that love playing game, and I mean, talking about we just mentioning about the people we have on the space. What about the people who really don't have much idea about the crypto space? They themselves, there are a couple of them that also love playing game, and stuff like that. So, and yeah. So anyways, let's get involved with the team's marketing. How you guys have been able to do a lot of marketing on the project. So what are the marketing plans you guys have implemented on the project so far?
Sorry, what was that about marketing?
Yeah, I say, what's the marketing plan you guys have implemented on the project so far?
I mean, so far we've done, inside of Telegram, we've done, all the call channels, all the AMAs and the groups, and DM packages and shilling and all that stuff. So outside of this space, I'm just starting to implement all the press releases for Atom Music and the lifestyle stuff. And we'll soon be moving on to the NFTs. We have an NFT marketplace coming with staking and multi-chain platform. So we'll be promoting that to the NFT crowd. There's a lot of outside ads running on, KuCoin, Google AdWords, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. So I have a lot of celebrities that'll gonna start actually playing the game and talking about the game and everything. So that's coming as well. Right now, again, man, we were feeling out the space kind of. I went hard for a few days on launch to see what it would actually do. We saw the people come in and pump and get out. So then I sort of backed up a little bit to watch how things, what's going to move the needle inside of this space. But we have a lot of marketing in place, like lifestyle stuff, and there's some concerts that Adam will be behind. There's a Super Peach concert, June 10th, that Adam's sponsoring. There is a team festival in Corona, California, that will be doing some Atom NFT airdrops. That's like a 10,000 people crowd. Adam will be the sponsor of that. Working on some Danny Wimmer presents shows, a lot of stuff. So
Awesome. That's really amazing. I mean, putting the marketing plans on the project. I mean, looking at you right now, you already launched, and with you guys still having a lot of things in store for the project, it's something of a hype for those who are going to be holding on the project for a long run. So talking about that, what about partnerships? Do you guys have like any partnerships or upcoming partnerships for the project?
Right now we have a few partners we brought in, man. Well, Atom Music has partnered with SonoSuite and Merlin, so that's where the distribution comes from. We also are partnered with Amped, which is a Warner Brothers owned company. Amped provides our physical distribution for Atom Music for vinyl and compact disc, or any DVD release or Blu-ray release. We also have a brand partnership with SessionWire, which is the first remote recording interface. So basically, you can record in a room across the country from your producer without the latency and everything. So that's a really cool. They have a really cool dev team and design and everything, and they're actually coming out with. So inside Atom, there will be a few studios, like branded studios, that you'll be able to go into and record in, with producers on the other line, ready to work with anybody, because they they're looking for the experience. And SessionWire is coming out with a SessionWire Performer, so you'll be able to actually not have to have the interface. You'll be able to just use a USB mic through your computer. So that'll be a cool thing for Atom, for SessionWire. Also, we're doing actors and actresses sides where they read for self tapes for movies and stuff. So we're making a reading room for people to join, and they'll be able to join in and meet other people that they need to do auditions with, and we'll use SessionWire video and SessionWire audio for that. We also have a partnership with LightCert. It's a small light show company. They do basically cell phone light shows for concerts. So that'll be another spot inside of Atom that we'll be able to utilize. I'm in the talks with. I have connections with everybody from Monster Energy to Viacom to Sam's Club to everywhere. So I mean, I'm in talks with a bunch of people about bigger advertisements and bigger brands, but those are going to be implemented as we grow. I'm not bringing Viacom into something that we're not, that's still not out and ready to go. But their conversations are there, and they're ready and willing to listen and jump on. Actually have a meeting next week with Amazon Music. Amazon's trying to get us to fulfill some needs that they have. So that's a big one for Atom.
Wow, that's so great. I mean, Amazon is really well known, and imagine you guys having a partnership with such a company will really go a long way, and stuff like that. So, I just have one more question from my side. Then, maybe we can as well move to the community to ask the question. So, the last question I would like to ask you is in regards to your transparency. I mean, we all know that one of the ways people tend to let people know that their funds are safe. It's them having their KYC done, being doxed. I mean, aside from these things, how have you guys been able to help the community to know that you guys are legit, you guys are real and stuff like that? I mean, taking away the KYC and I mean part of doxing as well.
There's a Certec audit. I know Certec is very legit in this space. They say it's legit, then it's legit. So we have a Certec audit that's done. That's accessible. And again, you said without saying that we're doxxed, but we have been doxxed throughout the music industry. We're publicly doxxed in every aspect possible. So Lucas could speak more on it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the public eye for a long time, man. So I'm definitely a been doxxed since probably '98, dude. So Quinn, same way. He's a rapper, goes under his real name. You know, he's out there doing press releases, doing shows, dropping music. Crack, same thing. You know, everybody's everybody's doxxed. I mean, I've managed. I own a record label. I've managed, 30 artists. I worked in film and TV at one of the biggest agencies in Los Angeles. I owned a professional sports team for a few years. I owned a giant chopper shop for 10 years. I mean, you can't get much more doxxed than me, man. So, which is fine. I wouldn't do it any other way. I mean, I don't have people on the team that aren't doxxed to me. So I don't work with people that I don't know their names or what their backgrounds are because of the level of the stuff that we're doing. I have to assure myself that the people that are surrounding me are can speak on the behalf of Adam without there being an issue.
That's really amazing, and that's all of my question for you guys. I mean, feel free to share any more information if you do have with the investors here, before we can get question from them. Otherwise, if you don't have any other things to say, then we can get question from the community.
Yeah, I have one more thing
yeah,
to say. Oh, sorry, Lucas.
No, go ahead, dude.
All right, I have one more thing to say. I was just saying, like, with all that you've heard today and all that you can see on our Telegram, I would just implore you to go download those experiences that we have out there, so that you would see why you would want to buy Atom Coin and why you'd want to hold it when you buy it. Like, there's reasons to have Atom Coin. So I would just implore you, if you want to know why to buy Atom Coin, just download the experiences that we have. Like, come to our Telegram, see what's up. You'll know why to buy it. You'll know why you'd want to buy and hold for a long time. So that's just the last thing I want to say.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, and next week we'll be releasing some really big bombs, man. That'll help you guys be able to get more involved, and they have some special surprises in them. So, and those will be gaming platforms. So next week we'll just stay tuned on the Atom official channel. We'll be releasing that soon.
That's really amazing. That's a well from information. So yeah, let's get a question from the community if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, may I?
All right, guys. Everyone, you want to raise your hand now, and ask a question. So
I
I'm gonna
cannot
start.
raise my hand. Sorry.
Mauzi.
Yeah.
All right, Mauzi, you can go. You can ask a question.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, guys. Lucas and Anthony, thanks for the presentation. I have one question, Lucas, to you. Did I understood well that the crypto space is kind of new for you, right? So you've been in the music and all those industry and film industry. Is crypto new for you?
I mean, as far as launching a new token or a token, yes, it's the first token that I've launched. It's not new for me. I am an active investor in it, but this is the first token that we have launched.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So maybe it's going to be a painful question, but it is mainly about us, meaning the holders and investors. Looking at your chart, what is your feeling that you created something big, so really big, but the chart doesn't show that this big thing is I don't know how to say that on I'm looking for political correctness, so it's it's kind of that as you mentioned, that there were so many people coming to you on Telegram and offering wonderful things and things like that, but actually, as I see, the initial price is or the BNBs and on pre-sale is already at this stage is already half of the funds what you collected. What is your opinion? So do you like us, these crypto guys who invest in your project, or you want to give us some lesson about politeness and being I don't know. So what do you feel about this crypto space? Do you like it still?
Yeah, man, of course. It's a great space.
Okay.
But I mean, you saying it's half of what we collected? I don't understand that question.
Actually, if I've just checked that you had in pre-sale and also in the pre-sale and private sale, you collected approximately 470, 480 BNBs, right?
Yeah, but the
Or
private sale was never going to LP, man. Only
okay.
pre-sale was going to LP. So you can't
Mm-hmm.
you can't take that in consideration. So if
Got that. Okay.
we used the private sales to help you guys, build the Telegram presence and everything. All the anything that's been raised inside of Atom, which again is minimal. It has for the level of what we're doing. Anything that's been raised inside of Atom has been, went back into your guys' space here. The space
Mm-hmm.
the community and our people said we needed to invest in. So
Mm-hmm.
I want that to be clear that that was those funds, even marketing funds from wallets and everything for the last 9 days of trading, all that stuff's been going back into doing the Telegram to get this where we need it. Anything that goes on outside this space is paid for out of my pocket.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
you also have to realize that Atom, the networked version of Atom, the is not out. It's not out yet. So all you have is the white paper experience that's out, and a couple other experiences such as I believe there's a game that's going to be coming out very soon, or that we're going to be announcing soon. And that's all you have right now. And so we're encouraging you to continue to look at what we've shown you of the network version, because that's very deep. We're working on it every single day, and it's coming regardless. It's coming. And all the partnerships, all the sponsorships, all the networks that you see that we have on our website, that's real, and it's coming regardless. So this is an opportunity for anybody who hears us, anybody who's around us at this moment, to understand what you're dealing with and get in early. You understand?
Actually, yes, I do. So I see much more money in this project than it was traded. So that's also the reason why I'm asking, because because you put definitely a lot of money from your pocket. That's for sure. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your answers.
Yeah, no problem, man. We appreciate the question.
Thanks for that, Maote. Up next, we have Benova. Benova, you're muted.
Caleb, thank you for this opportunity. Nice project, ATEM. I'll just go straight to my question. My question is, are you thinking of going on tours to promote your marketing strategy to the non-crypto musicians, and that is people that musicians that are not involved in crypto at all? Did you get my question?
Do we plan on marketing to musicians that are and
going on tour.
fan bases?
Yeah,
Yeah,
going
I
on
mean,
tour
look, man.
to promote your marketing strategy to the non-crypto musicians. That is, musicians that are not involved in music. I mean, in crypto, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. It's not the Atom is a multifaceted, deal. It's not just for the guys that are crypto enthusiasts. It was built for monetization as well for artists. So, they we wanted to artists that we bring on board everything, because there is ways for them to engage and have fun on a new level. It's not the same as an Instagram or a Twitter or a Facebook, a 2D environment where there's really, you can only interact with a static image, or maybe a live chat at best. That's about as deep as those things go. Or Adam can create an image from the mind of an artist and actually give them an environment that they cannot really expand on out of their head. We can actually create that for them and tell the stories they want to tell. So it's a lot deeper than just the crypto space.
Okay. Caleb, can I ask one more question?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. My next question will be the musicians that are on your space, do you KYC them? I mean, do you perform any form of KYC for them?
For the musicians,
Yeah.
I mean, every musician that's involved, again, man, any musician, anybody that's on that website currently at this state and time is someone that I'm well acquainted with. I've done, I mean, they're all artists that have toured the world, dropped many records. They don't really need a KYC. Again, it's sort of like myself for Quinn. I think a KYC is for a guy that had just came out of the his mom's basement. So all the artists, Combi Christ, that's on there. I personally manage Combi Christ. Andy is a great friend of mine. Andy's been in the music scene for 20 years, touring the world. Played in front of hundreds of thousands of people at Download Fest, everything. I mean, there's no need to KYC an artist like that. I mean, you don't. I don't even, honestly, I don't even know if I can speak on that any further than besides how I did, man. I mean, those dudes are everybody there. Onyx, Onyx had one of the biggest hits of the 90s, Slam. I mean, so there's as far as bringing in new artists, I mean, I vet everything that I deal with, because I don't get involved with a artist that doesn't have a footprint. So that's kind of something on my end, or Quinn's end, or whoever's vetting the people. That's how we go about that way. If that answers your question.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, thanks for that, Benova. Up next we have Azak Eyes. Azak Eyes, you're muted.
Okay, thank you, Caleb, for the opportunity. I'm just kind of curious about the NFT. I don't know if much have been said about it, but I see that you have NFT on this project. So I just want to know, what kind of NFT do you guys plan to create? Is it an NFT for gaming, or NFT for the music artists, that is having NFTs of the music artists on your platform or in the metaverse, since you'll be going into metaverse? Or is it just an NFT that will be hold and staked? So what kind of NFT do you guys plan to develop?
Got it. That's a good question. We actually are releasing our NFT marketplace, where there will be all kinds of NFTs. One thing about NFTs that we've discussed in our team internally, and this is with the text house, that a lot of times NFTs of today, they don't have any utility to them. They're just there. And we don't plan to create any NFTs that aren't tied to anything. Right, so every NFT that we make is going to have utility tied to it. Every NFT that exists that is already out has a utility tied to it, such as the deeds that you see that are available on Rarible. Those are all actual deeds to property inside the network version of Atom. So every single NFT we release will have utility alongside of it.
Okay, and sorry, Caleb, I don't know if I can go on, but I just have a few questions still on the NFT.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I still also want to know the NFT, because you said you'll be having NFT on the BSC and also on the Ethereum chain. So which one come first? Is it the BSC or the Ethereum chain?
Well, right now the Ethereum ones are out. We were looking for the proper partner in the BSC space, and there really was none. So that's where we started to go into dev and dap on our own NFT marketplace. So the ATEM marketplace will have multiple chains tied to it, and you'll be able to stake and mint right there in again multiple chains. But currently, right now, there's ETH ones available. Also, the contract's getting bridged to ETH as well. So.
Okay, and sorry, last question I want to ask is, how many of the ETH NFT have been minted, and how do you manage the gas fee on the ETH chain?
How do you manage the gas fee on the ETH chain?
Yeah, because we know the Ethereum chain somehow has high gas fee when it comes to minting and the
Yes.
tax. So how do you manage that so that it will become a little bit fair for investors to mint the NFT on the ETH chain?
Yeah. So if we pay for the minting if they're purchasing the NFT, we're paying them to the mint fee.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, Caleb.
Thanks for that, Isaac Eyes. Good question. Let's get a question from Rachel. Rachel, you're muted. Rachel, you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Okay, I guess we have to move on. Let's get a question from Victor Bishop. Victor Bishop, you're muted.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, but you may want to come closer to your mic so we can hear you.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, much better. Ask a question.
Okay, all right, yeah. So my question or questions rather would be, first of all, I want to know, is there any link between the ATEM token and the shop? Because when I went to this website, the first thing that caught my attention was the shop. So perhaps would there be some sort of discounts for holders of the token, or probably a reduction in the delivery fee for holders of the token when they buy from the shop?
So you're saying in the when you go to the website and you go to the shop now button?
Yeah. So I'm asking
Yeah.
if I'm asking if holders of the token have some sort of incentive in patronizing the shop.
Yeah, of course, man. And there's gonna be actually I'm updating that this weekend. There's gonna be discounted rates inside of there for people that don't want to shop with Atom Coin.
I didn't get you, sorry. You said
I said I'm updating that this weekend with on the website for the shop now button where there'll be services available now for there are services available now with e-commerce style, but I'm actually going to add services for crypto with crypto payments as well. And Atom holders will get a heavy discount for any service or merch that they want to purchase.
okay, all right, that's cool. Then secondly, when one of the team members was listing the utilities that were live, he mentioned about that the studio was live. So I don't know if you've talked about it earlier, but I just want to know the requirements to be able to access this utility, the studio future.
The studios are on available on Oculus right now. We have a VR studio on Oculus.
Okay, then lastly, I don't know if you've talked about it, but I was wondering how the name of the project ATEM links with the project. Like, how do you guys come about the name ATEM? What does it stand for or mean?
Quinn.
Oh yeah, it stands for Artist Plus Entertainment Metaverse. ATEM. Artist Plus Entertainment Metaverse. And it's actually meta backwards. So it has a lot there, but that's exactly what it
Oh yeah,
stands for.
okay, yeah, that's cool. The meta backwards. I didn't even realize that, but that's really cool. That will be all for my questions.
Thanks. That let's also get a question from Lord K. Lord K, you're muted.
Hello, man.
Hey, buddy, ask a question.
All right. So, how really like to know how entertainers qualify to feature in your platform. I don't know if I missed out on that, but how do they qualify to feature in their platform? It's like any age bracket, sort of particular type of music. So, how do they get to feature in your platform? I'd like to know.
I mean, everybody right now, again, man, has been from my basket of clients. So, future, whenever anybody wants to sign up, there's going to be depends on what window of you know how they want to sign up. I mean, they're for any artist, they can go in and build, buy and build an engagement for their brand if they'd like to, So, as far as Atom Music pushing it and them being on our website as brand or influencers and musicians and stuff, I vet them those people in that process.
All right. Then what about some of the community members who has also got the passion to entertain? So is there any way that they get promoted by the platform also?
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't understand. What'd you say?
I was talking about your community members, some of the community members that also got the passion to entertain. So is there like a way where they get promoted by your platform?
Yeah, I mean, they just need to, if they're in entertainment space right now, I mean, they just need to submit what they're doing through the website and let me look at them, and then we can make a call on that, man. I mean, they will definitely. That's why we built this, was to help bridge and pump artists. So yes, we're looking for everybody and anybody as long as it's talented. KYC'd, you're not. Obviously, we're not getting into somebody that's we know nothing about. So, yeah. So if there's anybody in the community that wants to talk, please DM me anytime.
Yeah, and on the more general sense of things, if you really wanted to do, you want to be an artist and promote yourself through the Atom platform, that's exactly why it was built. You have that opportunity by just buying some Atom coin, buying a property, experiencing Atom. There's so many services that are catered to just that. If you are an unnamed artist and you want to promote your project on a billboard that's going to be seen by everyone, that's a possibility inside of Atom. So I would suggest, if you really were an artist that was trying to get down and be in the space, right now is a good time to have or to buy a lot of Atom coin, so that when time comes, you can buy property, you can buy billboards, you can buy different things that cost Atom coin that helps you get your brand out there. That's just my suggestion.
All right. Thanks very much, man. Thank you. Caleb, thanks for having me.
Thanks for the question. Are you guys okay to get more question if you don't mind?
Yeah, man. Of course, always.
Awesome. So let's give it a try again. Rachel, try again and ask a question. You're muted. Rachel? Oh, we're sorry, Wish. I guess you have an connection issue. I'm sorry about that. Let's get a question from let's see who I haven't called for a while. Centrum. Centrum, you're muted. Centurion. Centurion, unmute your mic and speak.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you for giving me that privilege. I want to speak with L. I listened to your project presentation, and I just want to ask you a question now. Are you a music artist?
I used to be a long time ago, brother.
Okay, used to be. I see. So what really inspired you into this project?
Again, I've been in the music industry for a long time, being a manager or executive in some shape or form, if you could call me an executive. And I started my music path as being in a band. So I'm one of those dudes that anything I do that I create or try to create or whatever, I try to win at everything. So I have won at everything. So Adam's going to be the same thing. I mean, we're not going to, this is going to push to the moon, no matter if we do it in this space, not in this space, anywhere, it's going to be here to stay. It'll be here on as a token to stay. And, it's striving in its environment.
I see. Were there some challenges? You face any challenges as you were into the project, you were organizing it?
There's challenges every day, brother. There's challenges getting out of bed, homie. So yeah, every day there's always a challenge, but we assess it as a group and we get through it.
Oh, that's right. So, looking at your roadmap, what are your aspirations towards the future, and how do you tend to achieve them?
Aspirations, man, or I can sum up the aspirations in one sentence, to change the entertainment and industry space, for better for the artists. That's a major problem that's happening right now. Is you have artists relying on royalties that aren't royalties; they're peanuts. So that is a main reason why Quinn and myself started doing this was to help turn the entertainment field around. As far as roadmap development, I mean, man, we're already talking. We already have stuff in the talks for 2023 down the road. So it's there's big meetings set currently with some giant companies that we will be, hopefully being a part of here soon. So
Okay.
we're creating a platform here for your grandkids, brother. Not just the current. We want it to be used in we want it to be used for many, many years.
Okay. So I wish you luck, man. Thanks, Sam. I wish you luck. I understand you. Thank you, Caleb.
Awesome, dude. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that, Centrum. Let's also get a question from, let's see, Light. Light, you're muted.
Yeah, thanks, Caleb, for the opportunity, and kudos to ATEM team. I just want to know about something that is the security of investors, because in crypto space, security matters a lot, and it will be fine for investors to know while investing in this project how secure are they. So that is just what I want to ask about. Do you get my question?
No, you said something about securities, but I didn't get get everything.
Yes, yes, yes. That how secured are the investors while investing in this project? How secured are they?
Well, you have to remember, investing is investing. So we never would give you financial advice to say everything's super secure. But as far as what we've shown and what we have on the table, we have CertTech audits. We have everything there that proves that we're KYC, we're doxed. This is a real long-term project. This is something that's really happening. We're letting out, as you see, ATEM Music, which 2.5% of the royalties that go to the artist is coming back to the liquidity of the ATEM coin. If I was an outside investor investing into ATEM, that alone, because I understand how music royalties work, that would make me feel super secure because there always will be something coming in. Security, I don't know how else we could speak on the security, but there's lots of security measures in place. Lucas could probably speak on more of the that we have.
Yeah, I mean that's why we started the market cap also so low, man, and utilize a realistic floor, for everybody, as long as the paper, once everybody's done pumping and dumping and there's actually holders there, then that's going to be a bonus for everybody. So I think you have nothing to worry about us of rugging or whatever you guys call this, but this isn't one of those projects at all, brother. We've created development that's took us a year to create, and we're 1 week into a token launch and everybody's panicking. So it's we said from the beginning, this is a movie, not a commercial. So but we're here, man. It's secure, everything's secure. That we do, that I do, that Quinn does. I stand behind everything. I'll push to the fullest limits to make sure this thing is a go.
Does that answer your question, Light? Okay, I guess we lost him. So anyway, we have a question from Rachel. Since she wasn't able to ask a question on basic, she said that it caught my attention that artists can invest and sell works such as music and other through NFTs. My question is, will NFTs be in levels? I mean, if the artist is actually famous or not in real life, would there be NFTs for the elite, beginners, or others, according to its popularity in reality?
That would go more into the structure of how the NFTs are for the artists are set up in. Right now, with the partners that we're working with, a lot of them have their own individual ideas for how they want their NFTs to be implemented in our world. So we're working to make their actual visions come true, so that there will be multiple unique experiences with them. Some of what I've heard you just say in that question was, will there be tiers, like more popular? Yeah, of course there will be. But will it be implemented in the way that you think? Probably not. We're just going to make sure that it's going to reflect what we know as the music industry and art industry, but it's going to be so futuristic that it's going to bring forth new ways of thinking about a lot of those things.
Awesome. So anyway, let's get a last question from let me see, Pizza K. Let me get you unmuted. Pizza K, you're muted.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. Ask a question.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My question is, how does the team intend to get those who are not involved in crypto in their project? Do they intend in diversity into other things such as NFTs, taking loan, e-banking, etc.? If they have that intention, what are their strategized plans in implementing their intention? Thank you.
So let me paraphrase the question to see if we understand what you're asking here. I think that you asked, how do we plan to get the people who are not interested in crypto interested? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. ATEM stands for Artists Plus Entertainment Metaverse. Its focus is on artists and entertainment and changing the way that works for the world, right? And going into the future, there's lots of different ways that artists and entertainers are bound to different things that they don't need to be bound to, things that are holding them down, not allowing them to receive what they're due for their art. ATEM changes that in many ways. So if you're not into crypto and you're not really into the coin side of things, well, you would be interested in how you can get into a space, a digital space with your peers and also your favorite celebrities. You would be interested on how to interact with them. Maybe you want to go through an experience they set up. Maybe you want to see how they live or why their music was inspired that way. I don't know too many people that are on this planet Earth that don't like music or entertainment. There's probably like 0.00000% of people who don't like either one of the two, right? So with that being said, music and entertainment is such a broad spectrum. I believe that people who are not just interested in the crypto coin side of things will be able
Okay.
to.
Hello. Okay, and I read in your white paper. White paper is a little light. Not sure if mistake or not, but it says that 20 of each buy and 2% of each transaction does to liquidity. Probably figure out what that is about.
2% of the taxes go back to the LP pool off a buy and sell.
Hello. Do you understand my question?
Yeah, you were asking about the taxes, the LP taxes, the 2% for the L that goes back into the LP from the buy and sell tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it? What's the question though, ma'am? Because I answered it. There's on the
Can
buy
I
tax and the sell tax.
20? Hello. Can I repeat my question?
Yeah,
Yes,
repeat
ma'am.
the question, please.
20% of each buy and 2% of each transaction goes to liquidity. Probably figure out what that is about.
What's the question though? You want to figure out what that's about? Is that your question?
No, 20% of each buy and 2% of each transaction.
Uh-huh. I don't hear the
Is it
question yet.
not sure if a mistake or not, but it says that 20% of each buy and 2% each of transaction goes to liquidity.
I think what
2%.
she's referring to is the tokenomics.
Yes,
Oh,
and probably figure out what that is about.
you're asking if that's
Okay, well,
correct and what it's about. So, Lucas, can you explain to her why the tokenomics are the way that they are a little bit, I guess, broadly?
yeah, hold on one second. Pulling all this up.
And sorry, but I think she has the percentages wrong because I think I heard her say 20, but there's no 20%. So
No, it's 20% goes to the gaming and play to earn.
oh, she's talking about the tokenomics on the website.
Yeah, 20% to gaming.
And what that's about is that it goes back to
That's
the
tokens.
X.
Yeah, that's tokens.
Because you're going to be able to earn from playing the game. We have to make sure there's a pool of tokens there that you can earn from, so that there always will be, money there, and we did the math, and that's the number that we came out with.
Was that your question, ma'am, or was it about the regular tokenomics, like 12% buy and sell tax?
All right, moving on.
All right. I guess. I mean, you guys can just maybe explain what the tokenomics is all about, and maybe she's kind of having issue with her explaining what she really wanted. Maybe you guys can just give her a brief information about what the tokenomics is all about, and so we can move on.
Yeah, 4% of the buy and sell tax, 4% goes into marketing, 2% goes to LP, 2% goes to utility, 2% goes to dev, and 2% goes to hold on. I'm in front of my computer here. Back into the LP. So 2 gaming, 2 LP, 2 utility, 2 dev, 4 marketing.
Okay, so I believe that should answer your question, Fiza, and that's actually our last question. If you do have more question, please feel free to go to the Telegram channel and ask your question. I believe the teams are always gonna be there to answer your question. But because we're running out of time, we may want to draw the curtain here. But before that, do you guys have any final words you may like to say to the team? Or to the investors here? I mean, like a quick action for what they have to do to get involved in the project.
Buy Atom Coin. Make sure that you have some Atom Coin so that when things start launching, when things come out, you'll be able to do what you need to do. Buy property if you can. Buy some of those NFTs as deeds. That way you can set up shop inside of Atom and make sure that you're secured there. I would say download the white paper experience. If you're really curious to know more about it and and you want to experience some of the gaming of Atom, download that. Download the new game that we're about to release. Come over and join our Telegram so you know when's a good time to buy, when's a good time to get in and hold, how you stake, all of that. I would suggest, just get involved in Atom, learn how to buy, and come through our Telegram.
Awesome. Kampachi, do you have anything you want to say to the team before we put this to a close?
Man, I think there were plenty of questions and they answered everything that were not so adequate questions. They answered pretty well. And nothing more to say. He just said it. That it's highly underrated. And since they're doing a lot of things and the market cap is still what was at the launch, so it is a pretty good buying opportunity. And I would suggest, I would not request, but I would suggest that people should get into this. It's pretty good. Even the NFT part, I believe it could boom a bit, quite a bit. All right, so yeah, and man, I hope Quinn, whatever made you give up on music, you get back once it's a success. And thank you for coming here on Gold Diggers.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming here as well. It was really an awesome presentation. And my advice to you guys is keep on being transparent. That's actually the key to a successful project. We as an investor, we love getting involved with people we can trust. We love getting with people we know that are real, So keep on being transparent, keep on being who you are, keep on working hard, and trust me, all of us here will surely start getting our private jet in the future. Yeah. So once again,
There you
everyone,
go,
thank
man.
you. Thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, I'm gonna be sending you guys a record of the recording and a private chat. I think I'm gonna send that to the boss lady. But boss lady, what about my hoodie? When am I gonna get my hoodie? Queen, what's happening? What's happening to my hoodie?
No, that's on me, buddy. That's on me. I gotta go over those orders with Jessica today. So everything's shipped, but it's all print on demand. So it just depends on your location. How long it takes to get there, man. But we got your back, bro.
No worries, because I've been wondering. I mean, I want to put on the Anthem hoodie. I've been buying some here from the store, but I kind of feel like the Anthem on is gonna be unique. So that's why I really can't wait for that.
Yeah, no problem, dude. I
So,
got you covered, bro.
all right, buddy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna stop the recording right now.